Hi Cancer, this is Samantha from Insights Tarot, and I'm here to give you your general read for May 2020. This is a general reading for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs for the 1st through the 15th of May 2020. It's a general reading, Cancer, so all the messages won't apply to all of you. They won't all resonate. Take what you can and leave the rest, please. And if you happen to be looking into matters of love, and your Venus happens to be in the sign of Cancer, you're in the right place, okay? I have two decks here. That's because there are going to be two rows. The top row is what's going on outside of you and around you, and the bottom row is what's going on inside of you. What are you thinking and feeling? Without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and pull your reading, Cancer. What's going on around Cancer at this time? What's happening in Cancer's life? Okay, what do we got here? Okay. Let's see here. Ace of Wands. Five of Cups. Three of Cups. And bottom of the deck, Six of Cups. The two cards that these came out together, so Six of Cups, Knight of Cups. Okay. Let's try and get all these cards on here together. Okay, bottom row now. What is Cancer thinking and feeling? Nine of Swords underneath the Ace of Wands. Two of Cups underneath the Five of Cups. Empress underneath the Three of Cups. And the Four of Pentacles underneath the Six of Cups. Okay. So we're going to start with the top row, Cancer. This is your general energy. These are your general energies. The Six of Cups says your focus is on a group of people right now. And if it isn't a group of people, it's one specific person, but we'll start with the group of people. I do feel like you're focused on your friends or your family, or it could be a group of co-workers, but you're focused on others. You're focused on other people right now. And lessons to do with them, lessons around them, lessons you're learning through your interactions with them. And if it's not a group of people, it's a person. Okay, for some of you, this, especially with the Two of Cups here, I do feel like for some of you, this is a focus on a partnership. This could be a soulmate or somebody you felt was a soulmate for you. Okay, and I do feel like there's a lot of interaction with these people. Okay. Now, being that the Two of Cups is underneath the Five of Cups, I do feel like you could be leaning on, for those of you, if it is about partnership, you could be leaning on a group of friends or family members or those closest to you, and you're talking about this individual or the relationship. You're looking for advice, for support, a shoulder to lean on, an ear to listen to you. And with the Knight of Cups, you're taking action. There's a lot of interaction, as I said. I do see communications. I see words going back and forth. Definitely all types. Phone calls, email, texting. But you're taking action to feel better about a situation. For some of you, that will definitely apply. For others of you, I just see heartfelt messages and communications coming across. Okay. You're definitely very passionate about whatever the topics are. So for some of you, this could be love. But you're definitely passionate and creative at this time. And for those of you that are single, this is a time you're going to definitely feel great solitude. More solitude than you have recently. Because in the recent past, I do feel like you have been more sheltered, more away, more out of the public eye. Because you are taking time to heal yourself and to work on a new beginning through healing. With the Judgment card, you were working on healing some karmic lessons, some cyclical cycles within you that you were holding on to quite deeply. So in the recent past, and even some of you still now, could be just coming out of it. A time of solace, a time of healing, a time, for some of you, you were even feeling under the weather. You could have been feeling sick at the same time, not feeling physically healthy as well as mentally healthy. For some of you, it has to do with the heartbreak. For others of you, it's more dealing with your own physical health as well as your spiritual journey. I do feel like, though, now you're coming out of that, you're feeling much more on fire, much more passionate. You're more willing to speak your voice now, and say what's on your mind. And you're wanting to lead the way, lead your own life right now. And you're definitely taking steps to do that with the Knight of Cups. You're speaking your mind, and it's coming from your heart. Okay, with the Knight of Cups. Definitely could be giving or receiving heartfelt communications now, and I do feel like it's both of those. I think other people, your family, people that are closest to your heart are on your mind now, and that's where your emphasis is at the moment. Definitely, I think thoughts of a new beginning for some of you in terms of a relationship might be on your mind. This was a relationship that was hard going with the Nine of Swords. Definitely, the Nine of Swords in traditional tarot is a separation. So you're thinking about a new beginning after a separation. Or if you're in a relationship, you could be thinking about wanting another chapter after some sort of issue you've had within the relationship, because that issue is on your mind. You could feel belittled, you could feel put down or criticized by a partner. You could be having issues there, but the Nine of Swords definitely says you're speaking your truth now, you're standing up for yourself. This is all about clear communication. So in your mindset and how you're feeling, you could be feeling slighted in a relationship at this time, especially with the Five of Cups coming next. Some of you are struggling within a current communications, or not communications, relationship, excuse me. You're struggling within a current relationship, and you're thinking about the communications necessary to keep going. So, definitely a new beginning on deck here, where you are speaking your mind, though. And for some of you, this isn't just within love relationships. This could be within a friendship. This could be within a familial relationship. Okay, it will be different for different ones of you. For some of you, it's with a sibling. Okay, definitely, or within a friendship or a soul family relationship. Whatever it is, it'll be different for different ones of you, okay? But there's a new beginning, and it's a passionate new beginning where you're definitely speaking your mind now, and you're wanting to keep communications clear at this time. A lot of fire here inside of you at this time, Cancer, surrounding I just heard partnership. So for some of you, it is regarding a love relationship or a partnership. Definitely feel like, again, with the Five of Cups, that there have been changes. I do feel like for many of you, especially with the Two of Cups underneath, that your thoughts are on a partnership. And it's a partnership that's recently ended or ended in the past. And you're working through some issues there. Wanting to move forward. Now, if the partnership hasn't ended, for some of you, this is, as I spoke earlier, it's issues within a current partnership. So your partner's on your mind and you're praying for answers. You're praying for guidance to work through the changes that you're having to deal with. And they're not easy. Whatever it is, it has, I do feel like it has upset you enough to where you wanted to clear your mind, to speak your voice, to stand up for yourself, to defend yourself. In this card, you see a tall man standing over, lording over a short man. So I do feel like in some situation there's been some sort of inequality, some injustice, should I say, that's taken place. And you're wanting to work through it. I do feel like you want this new start. And if you haven't already, I do feel like you're going to take action to heal that start. Definitely. But you're not talking much about this. You know, when I'm looking at the Six of Cups here at the general energy, we have the Four of Pentacles below, and I do feel like you're keeping things quite underneath your belt. Your thoughts, your most private issues. You're not sharing them but with a few select people. Okay? The real stuff. You might be sharing things with people, but the stuff closest to your heart, the real meat of some sort of issue, you're not sharing but with only a few certain people that you trust. That's the message I'm getting here. I do feel like you are working through current changes within a relationship, some of you. Some of you are struggling over the loss of a loved one, and some of you are wanting someone back. Okay? And you might still be in some sort of communication with them. And it's a much lighter communication than was before, because you're wanting to work to heal. And I get that through the Three of Cups. This is a very light card. In that respect, I do feel like whatever you're communicating about, whatever this Knight of Cups is delivering, for some of you, it's of a lighter tone, a fun, a light, humorous type of tone. Very loving, very surface, though. It's not deep. It's meant to be friendly and kind and loving, but it's not going deep because you're keeping that stuff separate. For some of you, you have reason to celebrate. There, you know, a new beginning is on your mind. Definitely here with the Empress card. What I'm really getting here with the Three of Cups and the Empress is that for many of you, you're spending more time with people in your home. And relationships on the home front seem to be decent. You happy even. I do feel like you're focused on nurturing and providing for your loved ones at this time, and it's a light and friendly atmosphere in your at home. Okay, on the home front, I do feel like also you're nurturing your relationships, your friendships elsewhere. And you're keeping it light and friendly all around you. For some of you, you could be thinking about a new beginning with a loved one, a past partner, somebody who you've recently had issues with or left. And I do feel like you might be in communication with them and keeping it very surface and easy going to start with. It really doesn't feel deep. I do feel like otherwise there might be reason to celebrate for some of you this month. There could be birthdays, invitations here, phone calls, conversations regarding get-togethers, okay? And they might not be things you're doing in the moment. It might be stuff you're planning for later, especially with the state of the world right now, what we're going through as an entire planet. Getting together might be something you're planning for later, but definitely feeling like there's things to celebrate for some of you at this time. Could, like I said, be birthdays of family members, anniversaries, important events, reason to socialize. Other than that, like I said earlier, you are more social now. Compared to the past, Cancer, you're definitely getting out there, you're mingling more, but you're keeping the vibe light. Any issues you are having, you're keeping to yourself at this time. Especially with the Four of Pentacles, that's exactly what it says. You're keeping things private. You're working on your own stuff still. Here we have Judgment. You had Judgment up here, and now you have it down here as well. You're working on your own cyclical patterns and patterns now, and you're very focused on that. Now, if it's not your pattern, it's a pattern within a relationship. This feels very much like a relationship-oriented reading, but not necessarily just love, romantic love, should I say. I feel like for some of you, this could have to do with friends and or family members as well. Whatever it is, there are cyclical patterns that you're wanting to work on for the future so you can have a new beginning. And you're definitely in a new place now. With this Ace of Wands. This could be definitely a new way of thinking and being from recent healings or recent events that you went through. Now you're handling them different. Or it could be a new chapter within a current relationship. And reason to celebrate, okay, for forward movement. It'll be different for different ones of you. But you're definitely, with the Four of Pentacles here, keeping things quiet as you work through these issues. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Something was in my way. Nevertheless, fours definitely indicate the foundations of your life. Could indicate the foundations of a relationship. Whatever it is, it does indicate what you're trying to keep quiet. So these could be family affairs or marital affairs or relationship affairs. You're just keeping them under wraps as you work on and through them. So I have John Holland Psychic Tarot for the Heart. And, you know, like I said, and I'll just reiterate it one last time, you're not sharing it with anybody. Being that it's under the Six of Cups, these lessons that you're learning, they're going to be with you forever. You're sharing them with just a select few people. For some of you, it's relationships with your children. Others, it has to do with a partnership or a sibling. Okay. Parenting issues might be up bat at this time. It'll be different for different ones of you. I do feel like you could be celebrating a child's birthday for some of you at this time. Being that we have the Three of Cups next to the Six of Cups. So you'll have definitely reason to celebrate for some of you. Okay, so what's an additional message for Cancer for this time frame? What is it that they need to know? Move. Okay, so when this card comes out and we have two hands and a heart, I do feel like it's movement within a relationship. Not necessarily, it's a few things. It's not just one thing. It's movement forward, movement away from, movement into or out of. So it'll be different for different ones of you, but there's movement within a relationship, changes within a relationship that are binding you together or separating you. It'll be different for different ones of you. Keep the faith in this matter, though. We have a 7. So trust your gut instincts is what I'm being told regarding some issue. Yeah, within love. So we have move and love, 6 and 7. So there's progression within a relationship here. Same color, same theme. For some of you, definitely has to do with a romantic love relationship. For others of you, this is within a familial or friendship, okay? I mentioned siblings, I mentioned soul friends, as well as children. So there's going to be movement within a love relationship. Bottom of the deck, find balance. And that's going to help you with this movement forward as you, the card underneath that is confront, which also came up in this reading. As you confront the issues, heal, resolve, and get the answers for any problems within relationships around you. Stay balanced as you do that. Some of you definitely will be confronting relationship issues at this time. Others of you are beyond that, and you're working for balance. But I would just say balance all the time. Keep as balanced as you can always, Cancer. So those are your messages. I hope they resonate. If you like the reading, hit the like and subscribe button, as well as the little thumbs up under the video. That lets YouTube and me know that you appreciate the content that I'm sharing here. Thank you so much for coming to watch this today, and until next time, do take care of yourselves. Love and light always, Cancer. Namaste.